These are some of the initial design sketches and ideas we came up with for a show that's similar to the one you guys are designing. So let's take a look. During this portion of the process, we came up with multiple different design ideas. When we started to put together these design ideas, we came up with some sketches that you can look at now. In some of the sketches, we had multiple different elements scenically that worked together, and we were trying to really focus on what kind of visual landscape we were presenting to the audience. In this sketch, we wanted to think about the different ways that we could have the visual elements of projection work with the performers. You'll see a translucent fabric that is picked with multiple different elements on stage that we wanted to have the same structural feeling as other elements in the show. We started to play with having musicians out in the crowd and having the performance be kind of spread out more into the audience so that the impact of the different elements could really hit the audience on multiple different levels. With this sketch, we started to think about other sculptural elements that the performers could interact with. On the stage, over on stage right, which is on the left-hand portion of your screen, you'll see that we started looking at other structural elements that the performers could interact with and how they could be stored on stage and be integrated into the visual landscape of the production. We also toyed around with multiple different ideas of how to create layers and visual height within the scenery. You'll see discs that are above the musicians that we had planned on projecting onto. Also within this, we had other light sculptures that we would hang from the ceiling so that it really filled the picture that we were showing to the audience. The other element that you'll notice is that this has a dramatically different look than the projection drawing. We wanted to make sure that throughout the production we could create varied looks that we could show to the audience that would be dramatically different. In this sketch, we started to think about how we could integrate the performers into the actual scenery and have the scenic elements that the performers were manipulating work with the projections as well. In this, we started to toy with different ideas of having performers actually attached to the projection screen and how they could manipulate it within the piece.